Well, you all asked for it. So here we go. So I was out here today working on the dirt bike, rebuilding the forks for the second time. Why am I doing it a second time? Simple reason, because I'm an idiot. That's kind of self-explanatory, but there'll be a video coming out exactly what I did to the front of this. But that's not what this video is for, and that is not why you tuned in. What you tuned in for was the 56 Ford Fairlane. So as I was sitting here working on this, I looked over to my right where it sits, and I told myself, I have got to do something with that car. Decisions were made, executive decisions were made. Let me fill you in on what we're going to do and how we're going to go about doing it. By far, from any of the videos that we've done, we get more comments about this car and more phone calls and more emails than of any other video that we've done, except for maybe the tractor. Decisions have been made. We're going to walk you through exactly what we're going to do. So for those of you who are not familiar with the car, let's do a quick walk around, get our peepers on it, and see what we're starting with. What we have here is a coral and white 1956 Ford Fairlane four-door town sedan. We took ownership of this a few years back, and we did some videos on it last year. We got it all shined up and cleaned up a little bit. And I'm not sure a lot of people seen it, but this fender right here is not intended for hood sliding like Bo Duke, because that is what I tried to do when I broke my foot right after we finished buffing the car. Tried to get the engine started. It didn't go very well. And now the oil is filled with gasoline and we still never got it started. But we'll get to all that in a minute. So the car is 100% original. Almost all there, almost complete. It's about a 58,000 mile original mile car. Still has the original rims on it all the way around. Those are not the factory tires. More about that in a minute. It has a considerable amount of rust and weight reduction down this side, and mainly because it sat on the ground for 20 years. Take a look up underneath here. Oh yeah, I remember you. I do not have fond memories. Let's get you in here and take a look. So there we have the stock motor that come in this. It is a Y block, I believe a 292. People have had varying opinions on that. Supposed to be a battery box here, which it is gone. I did put some new wiring in it. I did try a fuel pump. I did rebuild the carb. I did put new wires on it, and I cleaned the points and changed some stuff in there. Nothing seemed to work. It still did not run. But as far as the condition in here goes, it's pretty clean. There's no major rust in here. Still have the original washer reservoir bag. Pretty good starting point. Original radiator. It's probably trash, but it's there. Doesn't look like it's been tinkered with too much other than what I did to it. It should be completely stock. I did take a box out right here just to make room, but I think that was a heater box maybe. So if you go back and watch some previous videos, we went over the whole car, sanded some spots out right in here just to feather them out some. And then we buffed and polished the car the best we could. I think it gave it an amazing look, and we love it just the way it is. So we don't really plan on doing much with the body of the car unless it's structural. I did go to the local junkyard, pull apart, pick apart, whatever you want to call it, and I picked up 4 used tires. And my son graciously took all of them in and had them mounted onto the factory rims. And I put $100 worth of tires on it, $25 a piece from used tires at a pick apart. And out of the 4 tires, not 1, not 2, but 3 of the tires have completely gone flat. Not just flat, they blew out. One on the driver's side rear has a gash in it about this big. And those were the 3 that were a matching set. The only one that's holding air, I think, might be a truck tire. Maybe it's because of the weight of this. I don't know. Either way, it's going back up onto the dolly so we can roll it around. We've rearranged the whole barn so we can work on this and work on it in front of the heater. So you might be asking, what exactly is our plan with this? Good question. We don't really know. We don't have a plan. All we know is how we want it in the end. How we get there, completely up in the air. Have no idea. What we do know is we want a different engine, different transmission, new fuel system, new brakes, and I got to get rid of that grandma smell in the interior. It smells like my grandma's 1985 Chevette. Other than that, everything else is up in the air. Like many of these 56 Ford Fairlanes, the front cross member has rotted out. So I'm going to take the front end off for sure. Maybe the fenders, but for sure the front end. I'm going to rip the headliner out, and I'll show you why I'm going to take the headliner out, and probably take the carpet out because it's probably holding some smell in it. Other than that, not really sure. Here is my issue with this headliner. It has started to fall down. You can see where it's had considerable water damage to it. And even up here, if you just grab this, it just comes apart. Might be able to leave the insulation, but for sure, all of this has to come out because it just rips right off. So we're going to take this out. And the carpet really is in good shape, but I'm not sure where the smell is being housed. Maybe it's up underneath here. But I'd like to get down to that floor, put some sound deadening in it anyway. So maybe I can get the carpet out gently without destroying it. See, ooh, what's that do? Ooh, adjustable seat. That's nice. I might make one more attempt at a different carburetor, but put down in the comments what carburetor I can bolt directly on here that might work, because this one is obviously bad and I can't pull directly from the original tank because it is probably set for 30 or 40 years now. And I did take this off, and this front piece is off so far, leaving that beauty right in through there. Lots of rust. But the whole front end's coming off anyway, so it is okay. So I guess for now, we just get to rip the headliner out. Betting man, probably asbestos. headliner. Everything come out really easy. Left a little bit around the doors, and I didn't take the trim off to get everything out up underneath it, and still didn't take those off. But all the bars still seem really good. Doesn't seem to be any rust holes anywhere. I think we'll be all right. There's what we have left of the headliner, and it is bad. We also have the same type of issue back here on the back seats, and I tried to take this out a minute ago, and it's got the same problem. You can just rip right through it. So I'll probably take the back seats out and the carpet. I don't know about the front seat yet. It probably needs to be redone too, but not at the moment. What's in here? When's the last time you see? Oh, there's still cigarette butts in there. When's the last time you seen a car with cigarette butts in an ashtray? Ooh, what's that? Old pack of matches. We'll just tuck that up in there for now. Come out easier than I thought. Oh, that one didn't. I'll get you. Here's how far I was able to get today. Got the top plate off, got the grill off, got it all swept up and cleaned up. There was pounds of dirt and rust and debris back in there, plus what I still have on the floor that needs to be swept up. I did hang the two pieces on the wall here just to keep it organized so I don't lose it, because I have a bad habit of losing parts. And I also have every one of the bolts that I was able to pull out for the front grille, front end, in a bag, properly marked. So I'll probably throw those in the trunk for now and just keep collecting bolts as I go. I don't think I'm going to take very much more of the front end apart if I don't have to, because getting these fenders off would be a real chore, and they're very rusty. If I have to, I will, but I think I'll take the radiator out, then probably take the hood off, then I'll try to get the engine out of it that way. But here's where I could use your help. What engine could I just drop in here? I'm not a Ford guy, normally a Chevy guy. I don't know, we put a Chevy motor in the Ford, that'd make some people mad. Or is this one even worth saving? Because here is my problem with this motor. So when you open this barn door, the only thing that seems to happen with these older cars is maybe a pony trickles out. What I want to do is open up this barn door and a whole herd of stallions comes running out of there. So I want maximum power, maximum noise, maximum tire spinach. That's what we're going for. Like I said, I don't have a plan. I don't know how I'm going to get there, but that's where we're going. So maybe that is a plan. Anywho's and whatnots, that's what we're doing. It is going to be big. It is going to be ugly. It is going to be loud, and it is going to be fast, and it is going to be a good time. So that's all we got for this one. I'm going to keep working on this. Hopefully you'll tune in for the next one. This is going to be a long project. Hopefully all of you will be along for the ride and continue to give all of your good advice and all of your wonderful knowledge that people have been giving me over the past year about this car. It is greatly appreciated. Hope you learned something, but probably not. But we still hope to see you on the next one.